The last 3 weeks have changed almost everything that most of us have come to take for granted. Visiting friends and family, spending time outdoors, and even shopping trips to the supermarket. As a local councillor of 12 years standing, I have never experienced anything which has such an enormous impact on everyday life as the current COVID-19 pandemic. As leader of Rochford District Council, I'm working very closely with Essex County Council and the parish councils, and talking to other districts and borough councils. More often than I would like, these tiers have not always been in step, and sometimes central government feels very remote and far removed from the needs of the local residents. However, the current crisis appears to have brought all the layers of government closer together as we walk towards supporting residents, protecting the NHS and saving lives. It isn't always plain sailing, but these extreme circumstances and without precedent for some of us the changes we have to implement. But I'm proud to be part of the public response committed to keeping our communities safe. Of course, none of us can fail to be impressed by those selfless heroes who work in the health service, those who are carers, and those who are still working in supermarkets for other essential service providers such as the Royal Mail. I also salute those of you who are helping with elderly and vulnerable in our own neighbourhoods, providing them with supplies, dropping them to their doorstep, and making a friendly phone call to keep up their spirits. You will be able to look back at this time with pride, knowing that you are stepping in to help those in need. In my role, I have seen firsthand those council officers who are working with businesses, volunteers and faith leaders to provide much needed food supplies and simple befriending to most of our vulnerable residents. Most recently, this has included the launch of the Rochford District Community Response Hub helpline for those who may have not had other support networks to help them at this time. Our refuse crews continue to empty bins and working at weekends to catch up with rounds missed during the week because of staff shortages. Officers are supporting business to access government funding and applying new financial release which will hopefully migrate some of the inevitable economic impact for them. In addition, our teams are working to keep you updated and answer your social media inquiries with our dedicated customer service team, working from home to manage our live chat facility, our website, and of course our phone calls. I also like to thank my fellow councillors from all sides who are working tirelessly. Sadly, we have had to urge visitors not to come to our green spaces for the time being and have locked the car parks at the locations, but we are lucky that our residents continue to have spaces in which they take their daily exercise near their homes. In these areas will continue to be maintained, and our business team by our open service team in our other car parks. We have suspended enforcement so that no user need to fear a ticket for overstaying. I'm pleased that despite the hardships we are facing, our local businesses have been responsible, working with the environmental health team and the police, and closed where necessary. This means that although we have continuing patrols, so far we have not needed to use the new enforcement powers available to us. We will continue to support our local businesses going forward and urge all our residents to do the same where possible within the guidelines set out by the government. One of the big challenges is to get back to normal, whatever normal looks like going forward, and we will be a month where we Where we're going to be a month ago, this might sound like pie in the sky at the moment, where the country is in lockdown. When the time comes, we will need to be ready. In the meantime, the most important advice for all residents at present is that social distancing is an essential part of the protecting each other and helping the NHS and other services to cope. Please follow government guidelines and stay safe.